is your answer.
Hey everyone, today I am greeting you from the city of Atlanta, Georgia. More than 3 million people live here. This is a city that I've known almost all my life. Grew up in and around Atlanta, worked here for many years on all kinds of different projects, all kinds of different jobs. It's a city that, it's a city I love. And at the same time, a lot of kind of scary things are happening here with regard to the economy and how it is affecting people. And I'll give you a quick rundown on what some of those things are that are affecting it. Let's talk about some of the things that have most recently happened. Some of the things that are happening in the news and the fact that they affect Atlanta quite a bit. One of the big things that's happened is that a store, believe it or not, the electronic store Circuit City has announced this week. They announced just yesterday. Today's Saturday. Okay, and it was just this week that Circuit City announced that they're going to be closing all their stores. You know, they cut back and they closed a few stores, kept a lot open. 570 something stores, I think 576 stores of Circuit City will close. Okay, that's going to affect 30,000 people. In other words, as of yesterday, Friday, 30,000 people are going to be out of a job. Well, you heard about Bank of America. Bank of America has asked the United States government for $25 billion just to keep them afloat. All right, lots of Bank of America branches here in Atlanta. They're on their way down. They're circling the drain. They're circling the commode, and they still want billions of dollars. But you know, I know, it's not going to have much of a positive effect at all. It's a sign of the times. Let's get back to Atlanta. I'm standing right near I-75 in downtown Atlanta. For those who know Atlanta, I'm right at 16th Street and I-75. There is a proposal in Atlanta city government right now to turn off the street lamps all along I-75 in Atlanta. The city government has decided that it costs about $1.2 million to keep those street lamps lit all the time. And now there's a proposal to turn them off at night. So that's I-75 as it goes north to I-85. Guys, these are massive highways. Massive highways. At some points they're 5 lanes across. Okay? Now I've driven those highways at night around midnight, and I'm going to tell you, driving without the big street lights is going to be a royal problem. It probably is going to be dangerous. It's only going to save about $1.5 million, according to the city, but that's what they're wanting. That's how desperate they are for money right now. There's another proposal around here to turn off the lights in the skyscrapers at night. Okay, they're saying at night, if you have lights on in the skyscrapers at midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, that's burning electricity. That's money that they could save. When a city wants to turn off the lights in its skyscrapers, you're in very dire economic straits, and we really shouldn't be. We really shouldn't be. It's not funny. I mean, it's so sad that if I don't smile, I probably will burst into tears. But that's what's going on in one of the cities I love a lot, and that's Atlanta. So they're having to grapple with this thing. By the way, on Fridays in Atlanta, the people who work for city government, they don't come to work. They are furloughed on Fridays. Okay? People stay home who work in city government in Atlanta. They are firing firefighters. They have closed fire stations. In my 44 years, I've never heard of a fire station being closed. Maybe I'm naive, but that's really rare. It's really unusual, but that's what's happening here in the city of Atlanta. You know what? Speaking of furloughs, the NBC station in Atlanta is a terrific place. It's called WXIA-TV. I have some friends and people I care about and really admire who work there. They put out a darn good product. But the company that owns WXIA is called Gannett. You know them. They own USA Today. They own a lot of newspapers. Gannett has decided to furlough all of its employees for 1 solid week between now and March. So for 1 week, those employees are going to have to take, let me try it again, between now and March, those employees are going to have to take a solid week off of work without pay. That's 40,000 employees that are going to be affected by that. I hate to see that happen. It's going to affect people I know who work at WXIA TV in Atlanta. A lot of people watch that channel. There's going to be some gaps There's going to be some holes in the news coverage because of that. But again, we continue to go along. We continue to see things deteriorate. I just want to leave you with a couple of quick reminders, some things that I saw that were quite fascinating. One of the things that this week, if you haven't checked out the website henrymacau.com, you'll find a very informative article there, which is a discussion about what is going to happen next with the economy. No, it is not good news. Yes, you should read it because you'll want to read that in an effort to help you prepare for what's coming. The picture doesn't look pretty. These low oil prices are actually hurting the United States. They're hurting our economy. They are hurting the countries that produce the oil. They're hurting Russia, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and the other nations that produce oil. So these low oil prices are a real detriment. If you look at henrymacau.com, you will see that. Let me encourage you to keep reading. There are a couple of good books that I wanted to bring with me. I don't have them, so I will tell you about them. I'll tell you about them the next time we get together. Keep reading, keep educating yourself. I know that the topics that we discuss and that we share about, most people still don't want to talk about them. Most people in your family really don't want to talk about it, but you got to educate yourself because you got to prepare for what is coming. And another reason I wanted to come to Atlanta, I'll be honest, is I wanted to see this great city and just enjoy myself here because I know things here are going to change. They're going to change a lot, and not all of it is going to be for the better. In fact, a lot of it is going to be it's going to make for a lot more difficult time. That's something we're going to have to face. All of you who live in large cities, in and around them, we're fond of our cities. I love Atlanta. I love Chicago. I've even come to love Denver, Colorado, a place I've only visited. But all of those places are going to be quite different very soon. Let's brace ourselves. Let's prepare ourselves. Let's give ourselves all the knowledge we can. And let's use all the heart and all the love and all the faith we've got because we're going to need it. I'll be in touch with you. I'm really glad to talk to you, communicate with you, communicate with me, and we'll be in touch. Take care.